Hey, where my people's at?
What
There
it
go my
do?
peoples. Oh shoot! What is good? What is good? Microphone check 1 2. Who is this? The MDX crew is back to business. What it do? What the business is? Everybody, welcome to all new MDX podcast. I'm Maurice Profits,
I'm Danny Dang.
I'm Clarissa.
and we all here with y'all chopping it up. Danny and C, what is good with y'all?
Hey, it's sunny outside. Like
Okay.
we planted some new grass. We got
Yeah.
sod in the backyard. Like we're just doing it.
Look at you being an adult, bro. Like the last time we talked, you was putting up shelves. You was, you was woodworking. You were sanding down things. You know what I mean? And you were chopping down trees and whatnot. And now here you are, doing some horticulture.
Right. Well, there's that. Clarissa's she's growing a bunch of veggies and stuff for the season.
Okay.
We're we're doing very healthy eating right now. Like
Good.
very, very, very healthy eating.
Good.
I've lost about 10 pounds in the last 3 weeks.
My man.
Clarissa's
Dude, good
losing
shit,
some
bro.
weight too. And
Good shit.
We're just trying to we're just trying to be good,
Yeah.
and just eat right and get it all right. And it's hard and it's difficult.
It's a lifestyle change.
We do it together, which is nice, right?
Right.
Before it was like Danny has these dietary restrictions, and then it's like everyone has to kind of eat that same way. But now it's like we're all just eating chicken and fish and vegetables and
Right.
ground turkey, and
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. We had a cheat meal last Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
And we split a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we split a cheeseburger, but the cheeseburger was probably like the size of like 2 of your heads.
Okay, I was about to say I really hope the cheeseburger was like a nice sizable size where it would have been like a damn shame if one person ate that motherfucker by itself. One of them bad boys.
We cut it in half. We split one, and then Emma looked at hers and was like, and she ate half of it, and I ate the other half.
Emma was like, yo, hold on. This will be my meal for the week, basically. You know what I mean?
That's what we went up to.
But that's good though. I mean, like you notice that like when you have like a lifestyle change like that on that level, your entire your approach and even like your lens on food completely changes. You know what I mean? Like you get to a point where you don't even crave the bad stuff that you used to consume, back, years ago when you were young.
That's what
you know what I mean?
She was like,
you weren't lying about that, son.
We living on Mars right now.
You ain't lying about that, son. It went. But yeah, man, like that's the thing too. That was a change up that I like really took seriously. Like probably like a year before the pandemic happened, where like my whole thing was like, okay, more natural, more organic, more raw foods that are incorporated into the diet, but not so much just like let me go on this crash diet, but it really was like a lifestyle change and everything. So it was like everything had to be altered. You know what I mean? In terms of like getting things out the house that didn't need to be in the house no more. Getting sugars, getting sweets, getting like things that like bread as well too. You know what I mean? Like that's why like notice in the food group, we a lot of times like we're all about like like putting up more healthy natural alternatives up there because you don't want like what you're taking in to be nasty. You know what I mean? Like you want it to be enjoyable. So what's good about things right now is that now there are so many much more natural ingredients and more natural like seasonings as well too, that aren't full of like sodiums and like MSG and all that stuff and everything that can like that really are good for you, and they taste good at the same time. So like you can hook it up with your vegetables or even like your chicken or your fish like you're talking about, and it comes out like tasting really good. You know what I mean? And you're not missing any of that stuff.
Yeah. So it's been good. We've been doing that and just chilling, man. Just living life.
Chrissy Dior in here, she would know for sure too as well because she's like a real expert when it comes to like what goes on in the kitchen and everything. So
Yeah.
she like she.
Clarissa does. Like, Clarissa's really good in the kitchen, and like she can whip anything up out of anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like even if we do like a taco seasoning or whatever, it's spices and stuff that she puts together, right? We don't buy the packaged one, which we actually did find the other day that Mrs. Dash makes a taco seasoning.
Okay.
Like sodium free.
Yeah.
So like that was kind of cool,
Mrs. Dash is cool. Have you messed with Flavor God yet?
Mm-mm.
Bro, y'all need to mess with Flavor God. Mess with Flavor God. Because all their seasonings, they have mad seasonings, but all their seasonings are all natural. Are all natural, like no ingredients to make the seasonings up and everything like that. But you get everything in terms of like quality, taste, and it doesn't do anything like in terms of like making your blood sugar go up or whatever like that. And they also have $2 Tuesdays where every Tuesday they have a seasoning that's on sale and they sell this for $2. You know what I mean? Shipping is quick, so you order on Tuesday, you're gonna get it by Thursday or Friday at the absolute latest. You know what I mean? But Flavor God, check them out though, for real. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Chris. Danny and Chris definitely need to come back to Chicago and kick it out here. Melissa definitely will. She knows about Flavor God as well too. You know what I mean?
I'll check it out.
Heck yeah. Chrissy she said I love using chicken bouillon cubes or ranch seasoning in my vegetables, makes it much more tasty and everything. Yeah, and they even have like chicken bouillon too, Chrissy, that I found that's like sodium free as well too, and you're not missing anything. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad. I applaud y'all with the new lifestyle change though. For real, I'm all about that. I'm all about that for real. Cause y'all are already active as hell already. Y'all are already like athletes that pretty much. So when it comes to your intake, just making sure your intake is straight. You good. Yeah. My thing is like water, fresh fresh veggies like kale and all that good stuff. Kale, beets. Oh man, dude, incorporate beets into your life. It'll change your entire life, bro.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You already know the deal.
I see the remnants of it every morning.
I swear, cook it right. You ain't lying, bro. Messing with beets it's like a friggin' bloodbath. When you have like beet juice on the counter and shit.
Like, yo.
Hell yeah. Hey, even Johnny Mick, shout out to Johnny Mick. He co-signing. He knows all about the $2 seasonings with Flavor God.
Check it out.
Yeah. Get the everything seasoning. It's everything but salt, but it's freaking amazing, man. For real, it's freaking amazing. All right, I'm ready to get on the business. Baby. Oh man. For those of y'all living under a rock for the last few weeks or whatever like that, this weekend was WrestleMania weekend. WrestleMania 39, the 39th WrestleMania of our lives. Dude, I gotta tell you, this first of all, this just the whole weekend itself was just so great, man. It was just so freaking great. So what I did, I treated myself to, I'm gonna watch. I'm not in California, obviously. I'm here in Chicago. I'm going to watch, all the big shows. I say I'm gonna watch the Impact vs New Japan show, the Multiverse show. I'm gonna watch the ROH Supercard show. I'm gonna watch NXT, Stand Deliver, and then top it off with Mania, and then Raw with Mania, obviously. And nothing disappointed. I mean, last night's a little bit suspect, but nothing disappointed though overall. Before we get to the meat of the conversation, did you watch Multiverse or ROH?
No, we didn't watch any of that. We watched both nights of Mania, and I watched an hour of Raw yesterday.
And you watch Twitter, so you know what happened.
Oh, yeah, and then Twitter, so we know what's going on.
Yes. Right. Now, let me let y'all know. Like, this dude was delayed. I'm texting him. First of all, I text him. I'm like, And you watching the multiverse, but I ain't get no response back. But it was late though when I texted you, so I'm like, okay, him and Chris, they probably chilling, whatever. That's all good. So I hit him up during Mania night one. I'm like, oh, you see that one? Dear Daddy, I'm not watching. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Like what?
So okay,
That was on me.
Wait, you are literally missing WrestleMania, right? You are missing WrestleMania. Like,
because here's the thing, night one on paper was like, and the whole time I'm just like, I just want to watch Cody and Roman. I don't really care about what happens like in WrestleMania. I'll just catch it later, right?
Oh, shit, really?
I work from home on Fridays. I was like, it is what it is. If something's good, I'll already hear about it. Mm-hmm. So we were supposed to have super shitty weather here, and it was supposed to be cold and rainy. And Clarissa was like, hey, let's go. Let's go somewhere. We'll go across the mountains, and it's warmer over there. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be watching like 10 hours of wrestling. So like, let's go, right? Let's go do what you want to do. Because she goes to wrestling with me, and she does all my shit, and I'm like, the least I can do is like, let's go, over the mountains, and we'll go hang out. So
this is Saturday, right?
This was on Saturday.
This on Saturday, okay.
And so,
all right.
We haven't done anything with like me, Clarissa, and Emma together in a while. So we were like, cool. We were all here, like, let's go. We were on a road trip. Now, roll. So we're like, cool. We're gonna go to Yakima. Yakima's like 2.5, 3 hours away. And Ruben in the house.
Ruben.
So we're like, cool. It's like 50-something degrees. It's sunny. Like, let's go.
Uh-huh.
We get about 45 minutes away from the house, and we drive into a snowstorm.
Oh wow!
It is just snowing, dumping snow. Like your hyper speed.
Yeah.
In the Millennium Falcon.
Like, oh my God, we're gonna die snow.
We get through the mountains, and then the sun comes out. And we're like, this was promising. Like, this is what we wanted. And then we drive into this town called Yakima, and it is just crackhead city. Like, like we looked like we drove into The Walking Dead.
Damn.
Like, every corner was just like crackheads, drug addicts, homeless people.
Oh,
and we were there because Clarissa had found, one, she wanted to just get into the sun. Two, she found a little bakery, some like drive-through bakery that sold like mango nata stuff and like all these different drinks.
Wait, how long was the drive?
We drove like 3 hours so that I could
to go to a bakery
place that makes these ridiculous drinks. So like you can get like a 40-gallon bucket of like some fruity Red Bull concoction that they like clothespin spicy, what are those, spicy Cheetos?
Yeah, flaming hot Cheetos.
And there's like gummies on it, and there's like tahini and chamoy, and like there's like a little umbrella. And I was like, I want to go here.
You could have gotten all that from the dollar store. You could have gone to Dollar Tree or Family Dollar, got all that stuff and made it at the crib and say that 3 hours drive.
Well, the story gets better because we get there, we drive to this place. She gets her drink. She gets the mango with the chamoy and the tahini. It comes with a little thing of hot Cheetos. She starts eating this stuff, and she's just like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever had. And I'm like, your maiden last name is Martinez. I was like, of course it's good.
This is in your blood. Literally. It's in your blood.
I was raised like the whitest girl ever. Like, nobody smokes Spanish in my house. Nobody's Catholic. I was vegetarian for 16 years. Like, I texted my mom, and she's like, what's chamoy? Like,
wait, you asked that to her?
No, my mom asked.
Your mama asked?
Yeah, because she's white. I was raised by my white mom. So, like, I don't know anything about
man.
Then every once in a while, I'm like, oh, I'm really Mexican.
So then we end up.
That birth record.
We like cruise around town. We go have burgers, and then we're like, oh, we're in Yakima. We gotta hit up Walmart because like the people watching is gonna be crazy.
And we don't have Walmart here.
Yeah, like Walmart does not. You've been to Redmond. You know what it's like. There's Walmart. Nah, we got Trader Joe's, PCC.
They don't know what that is.
We got like organic food stores.
Yeah.
Like,
So we went to Walmart.
So we go to Walmart, and it's funny because we drove 3 hours to go to Walmart and then do grocery shopping.
I picked up some chamoy, some tahini. Look at this.
These flaming hot. We just had those in the drink. Get 2 chamoys for my mama.
Right?
That's what we did instead of watching Mania, but I was like really happy and thankful because like I work really hard and we never get a sunny weekend day, so
I respect that.
I needed it, and
Yeah.
I'm glad we did it.
So we got home around 9 or so, 9:30, almost 10, and we had some things to finish up around the house. So then I just turned on Mania night 1, and so then we started watching it.
All right.
So I started a little bit late, and so Mania night 1. Let's just get into it.
So did you pick up? Okay, you started from the beginning then.
So we started from the beginning.
Okay.
So
okay,
we watched Mania. We watched up to the Logan Paul Seth Rollins match, and then it was like 11 something. I was like, all right, we gotta go to bed because then we have like all this to finish, and then another 4 hours.
Right. Then we got another 3.5, 4 hours. The next day.
So night one was really good.
Night 1 was great, man. Night 1 was
like, like I said, on paper it looked pretty trash, but like I was watching it and like Austin Theory. I talked to Johnny about this earlier too. You know, just the recap. But like Austin Theory, John Cena was what we expected it to be. There wasn't, it was John Cena coming in, and he put Austin Theory over as he should do, right? There's no point in John Cena winning a match at this point at all.
Right.
I don't have anything bad to say about that match. As John Cena's old and I don't know, he's still trash to me.
yeah. Like that was one thing that like when he came out, it was very visibly noticeable that the John Cena that we came up with, like during like the heyday and everything, it's done. It's gone. That's an era that's behind us, and it really was kind of like one of those moments I kind of had where I was like, wow, like that. He really is done. Like he really is like everything about him is just like in terms of like his wrestling persona is behind him. Like those years are over with. And that's one thing that you and I kind of were eye to eye with. Like we weren't really the biggest John Cena fans, because to me John Cena was just was very one dimensional, as a wrestler. As an entertainer, like he did his thing as a wrestler. I just couldn't click with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was kind of like one of those like damn, like one of those. It kind of hits you, like when reality kind of hits you and reality gets real. When you looked at him, you're like, damn, it really is a done deal with him now. You know what I mean? Even like his body's even different as well too. You know what I mean?
Right. Which is fine because like when you get into that kind of stuff, it's like. I don't want to see it anymore. You know? It's done. It's over. You know? Like for Clarissa, she's like, I don't want to watch old dudes. Like she hates Chris Daniels because he's old.
Your hate for Chris Daniels is so unique to me. It's so like, why? He got inducted into the into somebody's Hall of Fame over the weekend.
I saw that. Yeah.
Chris Daniels?
Yeah.
That's because he's old.
Wait, hold on. Johnny got a question. Do either of you think that a win over Cena at this point in Cena's career does anything for Theory?
No.
It does for him to be able to use that as a variable to like put himself over, like with promos, like I beat John Cena, I beat Rey Mysterio. You know what I mean? Like for him to kind of like include that into his own like little like resume when he's doing his own accolades and whatnot. In terms of like what it does for like credibility, like the credibility for us as fans, I don't know. Like, I don't think it moved the needle too much because I don't really hear too many people talking about Theory too much. But afterwards, but I mean, I think it was more so like for him. Yeah, Legend Killers. I mean, basically, right? That's why when he beat Mysterio, I was like, you New Order now? Damn,
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's like me. That'd be like me going. That'd be like me going. Oh, I beat Muhammad Ali in a boxing match. Like.
Right. It's like, all right. Oh, well, you were supposed to. You know what I mean?
Like, all right.
a buddy of mine, Marcus, he's one half of the Sharpshooters. Carissa, he's co-signing with you with the Christopher Daniels hate.
Yeah, it's like,
That's the grand finale right there.
So yeah, Austin Theory, John Cena, decent match.
Yeah, it was what it was. It was what it was supposed to be, like what we all thought it was gonna be, like like for him to be able to put him over, and it did its job. So, and then we went on to the next match, which was the Fatal 4-Way men's tag match. With Street Profits, Braun and Ricochet, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders. Much better than I thought it was gonna be. Much better than I thought it was gonna be, for real.
Match.
What?
That was the one where Otis had the butt sweat.
Oh my god.
She said butt sweat? He had butt sweat?
Did you see Otis's butt sweat? Bro, it looked like he peed in his pants.
Here's the thing. You're gonna get sweaty. Put something in there so we don't have to see it. Like, what are you doing? They make things for this. Like, why? This plan. Like,
Wait, hold
I
up.
watch you on my big screen and your ass sweats like.
Wait up. Are you recommending he wear a diaper out there?
I don't care what he wears. He can put a towel in there. He could put a pad. He could wear some swim underwear. I don't care what it is, but we need a non-permeable membrane. Yeah, and it was a choice. That yellow was a choice. He did not have to go there.
Oh my god, man.
That's all I remember from the match. That goes down to a production thing with WWE. Like, hey, bro, maybe you don't wear yellow on this big screen in front of a bajillion people.
Like we're on HD. We're filming this all in 4K cameras, so we're catching every goddamn thing.
Right? That announcer girl, she got her hair did, she got her nails did, she got makeup on, airbrush, all that. That guy walks out there like, look at my yellow butt sweat.
So no more yellow, just sit to black, right? Maybe some black.
Put yellow armbands on if you need your yellow.
I did not catch that, man. I'm glad I didn't catch it. I'm sorry you had to catch that because that ruined the entire day for you. For real. That ruined the drink, the drive experience, going to Walmart. You're like, I was having a good day until I saw the booty sweat coming off that big ass dude over there.
I almost lost my chamoy.
Right, I lost the chamoy, right? The chamoy almost came up. No, they showed out in this match. They showed out. Street Profits, they look great. I popped crazy when Dawkins gave when he rushed Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I went crazy, bro.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh my god, man. Oh man. But yeah, that was great. Yes, hell yeah. And I've been saying hell yeah, thank you, Marcus. And I've been saying that too as well too. Chad Gable, he just needs so much more. He needs much more love. He needs to be pushed. He needs a really good singles push. Have you noticed though, the last few months, even though he loses every week on Raw, I think he's probably won twice on Raw so far this year. But he has the best matches on Raw. The best ones, man.
He's a good wrestler.
Dog, he is amazing, dude. For real. When you really watch him work, that dude goes crazy out there. His moveset is nuts. And his ability to sell as well, too. Him, Gable, when it comes to Montez Ford, I'll put Theory in the conversation as well. But when you think about the guys who are really coming up though, these are really your next guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
These really are your next top stars that really are going to be in the main event conversation in a few years. And Gable is showing don't sleep on me. I'm here. I am here to work. And when he did the Braun though, when he gave him that suplex, it was amazing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
For real.
Yeah, German. You,
yeah,
and then
exactly.
she looked at me and she's like, "You never put me in a German suplex." And I'm like, "I'm not trying to German
He like,
suplex you."
This goes back to a date of ours when he was explaining to me what suplexes were, and I was like, "Well, can you just do this to me so I can understand it?" Because I didn't understand it the way he was explaining it. And he's like, "No, I can't do this to you." And we were on some grass. No, I'm not suplexing you. and so, but he did put me in a figure four over the weekend because I wanted to know. I was like, put me in a figure four, and like so I can feel it.
who makes this kind of request? Hey, can you put me in the mood that could possibly break my, like break my leg or something like that?
Yeah, because like she sees it happen and she's like, "That can't hurt. Your legs are supposed to go that way." And then I put her in it and she's like, "Oh, my leg is gonna snap off."
Right, thank you.
But also, like, I just had surgery on that leg, so like.
Yeah, right. So probably not a good idea doing any kind of wrestling moves on you since you just had surgery. Both y'all actually.
She chops really good. She does good chops.
Oh man, y'all two.
Okay, what's the next match?
Y'all two, man. Oh man.
What was the next match? Was it
but
Logan Paul, Seth Rollins?
yeah. So this was So Logan Paul, Seth Rollins was next. So
I'm gonna say it. Logan Paul's a good wrestler. He's good. He's a good wrestler. It sucks that he's Logan Paul. He's a good wrestler. He's entertaining. He's the new Miz when the Miz goes away.
Here's my thing, right?
Who's been wrestling as short as Logan Paul can do a buckshot lariat as good as he can?
Okay.
No one.
Okay.
Paige can't even do that.
Okay, and that's real. That's real. Like he can do moves, but here's what I noticed though, right? And this is why I'm not ready to like give him the cosign that so many people are giving him right now, because in that match, especially that match with Seth Rollins on Saturday, like when you. All right. Here's the thing. With people like you and I, Danny, like we have a trained guy where we can tell like when they're calling spots out in the ring.
Yeah.
You can tell like they're calling out spots. Usually when they call out spots, like correct me if I'm wrong, because you know what better than I do. But when they call spots out, don't they say like one or two words?
Yeah.
Like
usually.
yeah, suplex bump, something like that, right? Whatever they're doing. I saw Seth carry that match because he was telling Logan Paul what to do, but he was explaining it to him. Like you could tell that there were times when Seth was explaining like what to do. So my thing is like, and this is not no heat on Seth. This is not nothing against Seth because Seth was doing exactly what he was supposed to do in that match. He did everything right. But my thing is like, is Logan Paul good at what he does, or is he just good at really following instructions at the on the fly?
Could be.
Well, what if he just needs a little more practice to like put that into like he just hasn't had enough practice, but he's good at executing the moves. He just has to learn match flow.
And that's cool. That's fine. And maybe if he was more like, I'm here because I want to be here, and I'm not just an attraction. Maybe I can give him a little bit more leeway. But it's hard for me to like really take him seriously. Because I feel like the people who are the ones who will kind of like just come periodically, those are your Brock Lesnar's. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones who like put in the time and work and have the work rate to be able to like justify the reason why you only see them around Mania, SummerSlam, and Royal Rumble. But like with Logan Paul, it's like I dog, like yeah, I get that you can do moves in the ring and everything, and you know your spots, that's great and everything like that, but I'm not invested in you where I'm gonna I'm actually gonna like vouch for you.
Yeah,
I just can't do it.
If that's the case, and my thing is that
Right.
that's what Ronda Rousey was when she was a women's champion.
But she became women's champion. Why? Because then eventually she became more frequent. We saw her actually wrestling matches on SmackDown. Every week.
Logan Paul's a better wrestler than she is. I'm a better wrestler than she is, and I've never wrestled in my life.
You wrestled me the figure 4.
Yeah, I'm about to say you put her in the figure 4. She's giving you chops. Y'all have already had like your WrestleMania
Suplex
moment
is
already.
next.
And yeah, the suplex is next, right? And
Like
the
I've
million
had,
dollar dream.
like my matches would be
But
better knowing that I had basement matches with my brother and my cousin when I was like 6 than any match that Ronda Rousey has ever had.
you
But
think
maybe Jake Paul needs like more experience, like Ronda Rousey had. Like, do you think that like WWE will give him more chances, or that he'll
I,
take them?
I don't think they would object to that at all.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
that's you know what I mean. Like I think they'll be like, yeah, absolutely. We want you to be here more often. Absolutely.
views for
Yeah.
them,
You know what I
right?
mean? Yeah, exactly. But like, but to me, it's like I think that's what kind of gets me about dude is that he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna come and go when I want to, and I'm like, like fam, you ain't got that kind of clout yet.
Gotcha.
Like maybe you have the clout like that on YouTube and with the Twitterverse. Maybe you got that clout over there, but in WWE, it's a whole different ball game though. And so like when I see people kind of acquiesce to that, it's sort of like I don't know, it sort of kind of gets me a little bit. Where I'm just like, man, please get out of here, you know?
I get it.
You know what I mean?
He's good,
Now here's
I'll watch his matches. He's got good matches.
yeah,
It's entertaining.
He's entertaining, right? It's sports entertainment, bro.
I got you. I got you.
Go to Peoria and watch something in a gym.
Hey, not too much of Peoria. We got Ruben in the house. No, but the part of the match that kind of pissed me off was like, okay, who's under that prime video the prime bottle, right? You know what I mean? Because at first I wasn't really paying attention to it, but then people were saying, I bet you it's his brother under there. I bet you it's so and so in there. I bet so and so in there. So I'm like, oh shit. So maybe the prime person might get involved with this, right? And when they did the reveal, I'm like, who? They're like, oh my god, it's FBI or whatever the hell his name is. I'm like, what? I'm like, who? Like, dog, they hyped it up like it was like when Hogan took off the mask of the mask person, and it was Bruce Beefcake in WCW, or when they took the hood off, it was McMahon talking about it was me, Austin, it was me all along, and I'm like, it's KSI. And I'm like, the hell's a KSI? What is this? You know what I'm saying? Oh shoot. And Johnny, Johnny, I purposely did not watch that match because I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this dude go in the ring against my boy, and my boy gotta make him look good. I'm good on that. So I never even watched that match. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Melissa? I feel you. But yeah, I'm like, who the hell? Like, do you know? I'm like, I bet you dang know who a KSI is for sure. You?
Well, yeah, he took the thing off. I was like, oh, it's KSI. And
how do you know this guy?
Like, who the fuck is this guy?
It was like a long drive. I was tired.
Wait, do you know who he is?
Yeah, KSI. KSI is he's on the same level as Logan Paul. He's a YouTuber. He boxes. Like they're business partners for Prime.
He's a boxer.
He's as much of a boxer as Logan Paul and Jake Paul are.
Well, he got laid out. That spot was cool. That was a cool spot. When Seth pulled him, that was cool. That was real cool to see. Next we got Trish Stratus, Lita, Becky Lynch. They face Damage Control. And Trish Stratus he won. Do you believe the rumors that Trish is gonna turn heel?
I don't care. I did not care about the match.
It is a little confusing because like I think because one of the people in the chat, his name's Clint Dye, he said that he predicted that it was going to be when Becky and Lita won the titles that they were going to face against Ronda and Shayna Baszler, for to defend the belts against them, which I thought would have been super dope to see that. You know what I mean? But like. My thing is like with the storyline with like now with Trish being involved, I feel like Trish is kind of like hanging out like, why am I here? Like what y'all need me for?
Yeah,
like
I could see a heel turn at that and like, hey, right? Why does Lita get the spotlight? You know, because who's more decorated? Trish Stratus isn't she?
Yeah, yeah. It's Trish Stratus. Hell yeah.
Trish Stratus was the one with the big boobs.
Oh, you liked her?
Wait, I like how that was Clarissa's first, the first thing she went to. It wasn't no, oh yeah, I remember her. Oh yeah, I remember when back in the day. It literally was, oh, you like her. Like, damn.
Well, he does. He's like, well, I'm not gonna not look.
She went right for the heat. She went right for it. She went right for the smoke. But but that's what I'm saying. Like, she just seems so like awkwardly like I'm just kind of here. I'm kind of here hanging out.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Lita looked real slow in the ring, like something was off.
I've been saying about Lita for a while now. Like,
I think she's just old.
Lita doesn't move the way she used to, and it's hard because like we're so used to Lita being so quick, just whipping around quick. So seeing her be like 2 steps slower than that is like it's an adjustment. It's a really crazy adjustment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean the match was whatever. It was a filler. It had to be on the show.
Yeah, it was what it was. Next match: Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
Let's talk about this.
Dude.
She's been waiting all weekend to talk to you about this.
Dude, this shit was lit, bro. This shit was lit. Go ahead.
Who my person was? What my number was for Royal Rumble?
Oh, you had Ray, right?
Yeah, and I never saw him wrestle.
Yeah. He never came out.
I was like, who's this guy? And he's like, oh, this guy was inducted to the Hall of Fame. He's fancy and shit. And then finally he comes out. I'm like, he's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah. See, so obviously, yes. We're gonna talk about that in a second, Johnny. Definitely. So obviously, your animosity towards him for not coming out and doing his job and getting you that win. That's all cleared up based off the weekend.
Like, I think he's a great wrestler. I don't know where he was before, but I'm glad that I finally got to see him for the very first time at WrestleMania 39.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. No, and you know what? You came at the right time to to watch him because this was probably his finest moment. Angelo, we're gonna get on that in a second. We hang on tight. We're gonna get on that in a minute, bro. Cause you already know. First off, Dom's the entrances, right? Dom's entrance was that was just so dope. He came out really playing hard on the whole fact that he spent less than 24 hours in jail. You know what I mean? Coming out the paddy wagon, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
The handcuffs and shit.
Mysterio.
Dude, he should have kept the mask on for a little while. Cause when he had to the hood, he was wearing the mask. I'm like, oh hell yeah, bro! He's gonna wrestle with the mask on. Oh man, cause I thought that was brilliant. He's gonna wrestle with his dad's mask on, just be like I'm the real Mysterio. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then he took it off, and I guess it's like, all right, whatever. He probably wasn't used to it, but he looked cold as hell. Now during his entrance, I was like, oh, they should be playing Murder Was the Case or something like that. Right?
Snoop coming out with it.
Dog. And then I hear G-Thing. Dude, I lost it. They're playing G-Thing. Ray's coming out in the back with Snoop on the lowrider. You know what I'm saying? That shit looks so hard, bro.
Yep.
And then coming out with Eddie's music, just completely took it over the top. You know what I mean? That shit was so damn dope, bro. The match itself overall was just really good, man. That was what we needed. Like, in terms of like, with the whole story and everything like that. And my thing too, and I was telling the group this, like, Ray has to be just on top of the world right now, dog. Like, on top of the freaking world. Like, bro, he just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's at WrestleMania. He's wrestling his son at WrestleMania. His wife, his daughter are at ringside, not only watching, but they're involved in the match too. They're in LA. He got brought up by Snoop. He paid homage to Eddie. Bad Bunny is commentating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it can't get no better than that, bro. For real.
Yeah.
For
It's
real.
full circle for sure.
You know, right? Like, it was like it was like everything was perfect for him, dog. But if Bad Bunny, you saw Bad Bunny he grabbed that chain from Donald.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, no sir, not on my watch. You ain't doing that to my boy. You know what I mean? That's all. But okay, all right. So Bad Bunny gonna be involved with this for sure.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure
no,
they set up some kind of Bad Bunny, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic and.
oh, you already know it. You saw what happened last night.
I didn't see what happened exactly. I just saw that Bad Bunny got put through the table by Damian Priest. So
Yep.
I'm assuming maybe at that Puerto Rico show, maybe
Mhm.
a SummerSlam, they might have a program.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a Puerto Rico for Backlash. So it's gonna be Dominic, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley against Rey Mysterio, Bad Bunny, and Kendall Jenner.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Actually happening.
Yeah, Kendall Jenner's gonna wrestle.
She's not gonna wrestle.
I want to see Bad Bunny suplex Kendall Jenner.
Clarissa
That's
face
what
is
I
great.
We talked about this recently. The Kardashians will ruin every sport.
Dude.
Like, you get involved with Kardashian, it's over.
But here's my thing though, right? Even though I was bullshitting, it's not that far from the truth because if Kendall Jenner sees that bag that WWE will offer her to do a one-off match in Puerto Rico, you know, with Bad Bunny, she'll be like, wait, how much? What? And I ain't gotta do shit?
She'd do it.
It'd be worse than when Snooki was at WrestleMania.
Wait, Snooki was at WrestleMania?
Snooki did WrestleMania many moons ago, and she pinned. I forgot who it was. She pinned the person. She won.
She won the match.
I need to become a wrestler.
You bogus.
What are you talking about, Christine? The worst wrestling fan? I'm the best. I'm wearing a WWF hat.
I was gonna say something about your old school WWF hat. That's fine. But yeah, no. But for real, I can totally see them incorporating the Kardashian Jenner clan and whatever like that in this whole mess because right now WWE they're just so all about like maximizing views and trending on Twitter and trending on IG and TikTok and all that stuff and everything and they're bringing all these influencers like we're talking about Logan Paul earlier. We're talking about Bad Bunny. Snoop Dogg, people who bring them audiences, and if you have a Kardashian or a Jenner on your card,
that's gonna get views, 100%.
right?
You're Swift.
Right. So Taylor Swift against Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like anything's possible these days. Mixed tag match, whatever. But you know what I mean? They're like throwing that in that arena right now, Anyway, but she heard she heard about it. I hope they don't bring in the car. I hope not either. But knowing WWE, they probably will. Speaking of Rhea Ripley, the next match was the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Fucking classic. Freaking classic. Absolute classic. Wait, what? Oh, fam! Dude!
He doesn't like women's wrestling.
Okay, misogyny aside. You want to talk about... Wait, you?
No.
Wait, Clarissa, you did not like this match?
I think I refuse to watch it.
Oh my God!
You should see her at Defy show. She's like, oh, this is happening.
I just feel
Sometimes the women have the best matches.
So here's my issue with women's wrestling matches. They like
Shitting on me? This will be my last show.
All right, you making friends everywhere, bro.
Okay, so like women's wrestling, I feel like they train women wrestlers to be like, oh, like it's not like if I was a women's wrestler, I'd be in there like beating the shit out of you. I'd
Yeah.
be in there with the men, and it wouldn't be like those, I guess, like cheap shots of like, oh, here are my big old titties and here's my long hair, and like playing up that shtick. I'd be in there like, I'm a better technical wrestler than you, or I can do this cooler trick than you, or something like that. And I don't
Okay.
see that out of a lot of women's wrestling.
But that's what you get now. Like what you're talking about is what happened years ago when they were having bra and panties matches in chocolate chip ice cream.
Pudding matches.
Yeah,
No,
Jello
but
pudding
that's
matches.
what I see now. I don't see like,
She will get her first taste of actual women's wrestling on Saturday.
What's Saturday? Defy?
Saturday's a Defy show, so
Please tell me Vivian Van's gonna be there.
Viva Van's not gonna be there.
I don't like her either, but she does have a cute outfit.
She gets to see Marina Shafir
Uh huh.
wrestle Nicole Matthews.
Okay. Okay. Good. That's gonna be a good ass match.
So that will be a good match. That will
Yeah.
actually that will actually be a good match.
But I highly recommend that you watch this Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair match. So I highly recommend.
Charlotte
I
Flair.
like Charlotte Flair because she has like the best outfits.
Okay. Okay. Hey, whatever works. Whatever you
But
like.
like,
You know?
I want to see people flipping. Like nobody's trying, and I feel like a woman has a bigger opportunity. I feel like women have better balance. I feel like women are quicker on their feet, and they have more of an opportunity to bring in the gymnastics like aerial tumbling to wrestling, and they don't. They don't bring those cool things. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like, ugh.
Wait. What about Asuka and Bianca Belair?
Don't get her started on Bianca Belair.
What's wrong with Bianca?
Can't stand her.
Why?
That damn hair.
She whip her hair back and forth. It's a weapon. She's like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not. If a dude got out there in a wrestling ring and spun his long ass hair, Brock Lesnar put his little ponytail in, you guys would be like, what the fuck is this?
Like a helicopter and shit.
It's Bianca Belair. And so I didn't watch the match because I don't like.
I agree with this, Teresa.
I also want more than a frog splash from men wrestlers. That's another conversation. Like, I want to see crazy things. Like Eva Kino, that guy, that like he bounces off ropes. Like, women have the ability. They're light on their feet. They're quick. They can do that. And I'm not seeing people bounce off ropes like that.
But I feel like you do see it to a degree though. Like, okay, I feel that like.
That's
okay,
here's a kind of bouncing.
Yeah, but like, okay. But okay, hold on. Right. See, okay, well, here's my thing though. When it comes to what you're talking about, Clarissa. Now, I'm not trying to get too nerdy about this whole thing, but I think physics kind of takes a place.
At this point.
We really are. So we might as well go all out with it. I feel physics takes a role in this whole thing. When we see men, the thing is like men have like much more body mass, where in muscles as well too, especially in our legs, where we can hit the ropes harder than women. We can hit the ropes harder. So when we hit the ropes harder, there's more of a bounce that's happening. We can get to the top rope a little bit quicker because of the leg muscles, because we're able to jump to the top rope and jump from there and boom, do all the spots and everything like that. Where women don't really have the muscle mass that men do. The muscle mass that men have, that gives us a chance to be able to be a little more aerial, to be more a little faster off the ropes and be able to do those spots you're talking about. So that's why it's like with women, you kind of have to change your lens a little bit to watch them and understand that you're not going to get what you'll get from a Ricochet or or from a Montez Ford, but what you'll get from them will be the best version of that division. So that's what I'm saying. With what you're talking about, it happens. It doesn't happen on the level it does with the men from a physical standpoint, but it does happen though. You know what I mean?
So here's where I'm at. One of the reasons I love wrestling as a non-wrestling, we all know I don't like storylines and stuff like that because I'm here for the athleticism. So when I think about that, I think about like gymnastics. Like, look at gymnasts.
Mm.
Those girls are flying. Look at a tumbling routine on a gymnast. If they trained women wrestlers or wrestlers in general, like you train a gymnast to be able to do that and be athletic in that way, you'd get more and the bar would be more even.
Word. Okay.
That's where I'm at. I just
But
think we can like train differently. I think we're training women the same way we train men, and that's
Mhm.
why we're not getting that wow factor. But if you had some girl in there doing flips and stuff, what was that one guy that does the flips that I like? He flips this way and then he flips this way at Defy. If you had a chick in there doing that, doing
Mhm.
backflips over everybody else, they'd be like, "Whoa, what is this?"
I feel that. I feel
It'd
that.
be like more entertaining to watch, and then I'd pay more attention. But if I'm just watching a bunch of girls like use their hair and their tits to like fight, like I'm good.
And and I do feel you on that. I think like what you're talking about, that's eventually we're gonna eventually get there to that point. Like that's gonna be
Gonna
shortly.
come with me. I'm gonna get in the ring.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey,
You know the owner of a wrestling school.
I'm about to say you already got the Defy hookup. You already an athlete. You know what I mean? Shit, you halfway there. Shit. And you be, I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. Damn it. You know what I mean?
That was challenge.
What's that?
She was challenged by the Defy Women's Champion.
Oh, see that? See that?
I wasn't
See,
paying attention. So
that's called long term storytelling.
Right?
Of what you hate. And,
like the first storyline I liked though was Rey Mysterio and the family and all that. Like I ate that up. That was like
That was
the best
awesome.
storyline I've ever liked. So I think I like Rey Mysterio. I'm gonna get some cinnamon toast crunch.
yeah, that guy reached out tripped out. Yeah. So you like that match? You like Ray and Dominic obviously.
Yeah,
So,
that was good.
Okay. And then I know we got Pat McAfee and the Miz. That was what it was. I was like, okay, all right, I see what they're doing. Little comedy spot or whatever like that. And then the tag team championship match at the very end of night one. KO and Sami Zayn won the belts. Even though I was pulling for the Usos, that was beautiful, man.
That was a good match.
That was
match
cool.
might have been match of the weekend for me.
Yeah,
Like,
I can see that.
Rey Mysterio?
I mean, Rey Mysterio was good, but like, right though, we've been waiting so long for this, and like,
And
as a wrestling fan, the culmination of what happened in that tag team match was great. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, best friends. They started their careers together. They were on the independent scene together. Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn goes to WWE or NXT. Kevin Owens shows up. Kevin Owens turns on him the night he shows up.
yeah,
He's like, I'm a heel. And then they had their whole NXT thing. And then they get both main roster. And then Kevin Owens does his thing. Sami Zayn does his thing. And then they were friends. They were not friends. They were friends. They were not friends. And
yeah,
then this all culminates. They come out. They got PWG on their shorts. Like,
mm-hmm.
they're in LA. They have PWG on their shorts. Like, they got Super Dragon stuff on them. Like,
Yeah.
and then they win the tag team titles with each other, right? Like, Dad, you want to talk about, like, full circle, like, you've done all the things, you and your best friend have made it. Like, that's that feel-good WrestleMania story that everyone was wanting.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Right? So, WWE did great on that because they delivered that. Night 2, that was it was in shambles.
Night 2 was a little rough.
Like, night 2, like the people say, like, when you do this is a very weird analogy that I'm going to talk about, but
Okay.
they say that people who do meth for the first time, it's the greatest high ever, and then you just chase that and you'll never get it again. And I feel like that's what WrestleMania Night 2 did for us. And it was just like, we wanted Night 1 again, and we'll never get that.
Clarissa's like, yo, why'd you go? you doing something you ain't telling me about? For Christ's right? For real, Johnny is a person who uses a meth analogy.
We live in the Pacific Northwest. Meth is very prevalent.
My man went for the meth.
It was all over Yakima. We saw everyone try to chase it.
He's still chasing that shit. It's like, oh my god.
Night 2 was a train wreck.
It went. All right, it wasn't that bad, bro. Because okay, like Brock and Omos, that was what was supposed
You
to
got
be.
what
Just,
you got.
just
no
quick.
Moves, no gimmicks.
Yeah, just quick, hard hitting, boom, action, right?
That's going to KFC, getting a chicken breast, and you know that shit's dry.
Because you know you're gonna get.
I love KFC chicken.
The chicken breast is terrible. Chicken breast.
The women's showcase, the Fatal 4-Way women's showcase, that was probably like the whatever match. You know what I mean? The one that that Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler won, and even like earlier, I was listening to podcasts from Manny and Marcus show, and they said exactly what I thought as well too. Like you didn't even see Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Like, 'cause I know, like they said Shayna got hurt. But Ronda didn't even do anything in the ring, and then she got the win. So it was kind of
Shayna lost her shoe.
I think they took her shoe off because she was hurt.
Yeah, I don't know.
I agree, Angela. That shit was raw as hell, for real. That shit was raw as hell. Now dog, Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre.
Fire.
Come on.
Fire.
Come on.
That was good.
Absolute fire. Like those three, like together, it's just. Anyone could have won that match and it would have been amazing. Yeah. Because exactly, at one point in time, I'm like, I don't even know who's going to win this match. Because everyone was completely equal. Like, they're all equal.
One of my favorite things to do when watching with Danny is to be like, during the match, be like, okay, who's going to win? And he, like, tells me, and, like, he's 99% of the time right.
Right.
And, like, I think he's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I like that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
the spots, the spots there. I mean, because like they hit all their finishers, they hit all their special moves too. We got near falls, false finishes, and all that stuff. It was like no clue who's gonna win this match. Gunther was the right one to win that match, coming off of the Royal Rumble that he had the night of the Royal Rumble. Where he went the entire time coast to coast. He didn't win, but he was still the MVP that night. Gunther once again was one of the MVPs. He was one of the top three from the weekend from WrestleMania. Like okay. Gunther, he's got to win the world championship between now and sometime next year. Straight up.
Who's against the world championship?
Roman. Roman's world champion right now, but I'm just saying though, eventually he's got to be world champion one day.
I could see that.
Hell yeah.
She did not like his outfit. She said he looked like a streaker.
You said a stripper?
What?
You said a stripper?
Streaker.
A streaker?
Like she was like, he's wearing a trench coat. He looks like he's gonna expose himself to me. and then he got to the ring and took it off, and then she was like, well, that's much better. I'm like, wow, he's just in underwear now.
I never see him in underwear and a trench coat. Like he's gonna show us all what's underneath.
Clarissa was like,
I mean, a little bit. I think I like the guy in white the most. His little outfit was the best.
She liked Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Drew?
Yeah, but he needs a haircut. But we'll get there.
Gunther will hold the title till September to bear the Hunter tournament. Yeah, and he probably will, Johnny. He probably will.
He will.
For real. I can't see him losing it at any time. He has no reason to lose it.
Yeah. That was a great match.
Yeah, that was dope. Next, Bianca and Asuka. Before anything though, real sad news about the young girl, the contortionist at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Her mom died that morning, and when the little girl got to WrestleMania, she arrived to Mania that like earlier that day. She got a phone call saying that her mother passed away. So you know what I'm talking about, Carissa, the one who was doing the contortionist during her entrance.
We were cooking dinner during that match.
Oh, okay.
I have a lot of cooking to do, and so for that one, I because I was making like homemade juices for Danny.
Oh, okay.
We were making homemade chicken tenders
And
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah, so
that is sad though.
yeah. But like even like when you look back on it, like just how happy she was out there and how she did her thing because she stole the show with the little contortionist thing she was doing. You know what I mean? She had to be about like 7, 8 years old or something like that. You know what I mean? So and then for her to get that news, but still can't go out there and do her thing, it was like man, that was huge though. You know what I mean? So.
yeah.
So yeah, but like but the match itself was I thought wasn't bad at all. It was cool seeing like this version of Oscar going up against Bianca. So it was cool seeing that though. But I think that they need to keep that program going because I think that they can have a nice little program for the next couple of months.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know what I mean?
I'm just whatever on that.
Yeah. Were you guys done cooking by the time Snoop Dogg and the Miz came back out there?
Yes.
That was amazing. And I'll tell you who the MVP of WrestleMania weekend was. It's Snoop. It's Snoop in his car. It's Snoop in his outfits. It's Snoop in what he did to save whatever the heck that was.
Dude.
That was phenomenal. And the MVP number 2 was Twitter watching Snoop. It was phenomenal.
Well, what was it like on Twitter?
Oh, all the memes of like of Snoop saving
Johnny
the day.
stupid.
Danny was cooking.
Johnny stupid.
I was breading chicken.
Okay, I was breading chicken, but he was helping me, watching me bread chicken.
I was flipping the chicken tenders.
You weren't cooking no?
Yes.
You sure you weren't cooking no meth?
No.
Let me find out y'all Breaking Bad over there.
First of all, I feel bad for that guy. His legs must be in so much pain right now, and
Dude.
I pulled a hamstring once and thought I was gonna die, so I can't imagine ripping a quad.
Oh, right?
I can't even. But
Right?
Snoop like killed it,
Consummate professional.
carried it. It was amazing. I was impressed.
And this is how you know, like, he's just, like, really good at what he does as an entertainer. He saw that something was off, that it was not going the way it was supposed to go. We got improv. We just got to make it to the end. Let's do whatever. Let's get there. And
That
he did
elbow
that.
drop makes me want to see what Snoop's basement matches are like. Like he's practiced that.
Everyone our age has practiced that.
Hell yeah.
Practiced that.
Hell yeah.
Can I elbow match you?
If you want.
Okay.
It's got to be a people's elbow, though.
It's gotta be a people's
Oh.
You
You gotta pull
You gotta go
elbow pad off, throw it.
One
I was
half-
doing it with him, and she was like,
got to run this side of the living room, that side of the living room. You got to hit one of those to Danny.
"Yep."
We'll video it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please. No, we'll make that to a reel. Straight up. But right? Like, because when Shane went down, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, and then when they kept the camera on the Miz, and I'm like, oh, man, something really, like, that was not supposed to happen. That sucks. Snoop come in there, cleans out, man.
Props to Miz for taking that one.
Right? And it's up for the people's elbow, man. That was awesome, man. That was great, man. That Johnny has a question. Can't deny Bianca's talent, but is her character getting stale?
Yes,
You think so?
I think so. I mean, because she's the right. She's the EST, right?
Mhm.
It's such a heel thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I'm the best. I'm this, the fastest, the strongest, the whatever. You know, I feel like she's at the point where face Sasha Banks was. And then when Sasha Banks turned heel and she got an attitude and became like the boss, like that's when she excelled, I think. You know, so I think if Bianca went that route and was like, hey, you know what, like it became like a for lack of better words, like a boss bitch, and she would just go and just like, I think she would be really good. But I fear that it'd be like a John Cena situation where she almost can't get into that role, right? It's like Titus O'Neil turning heel, right? You're talking about Dad of the Year, like, WWE Global Ambassador Titus O'Neil, so I feel like maybe she put herself against the wall and not able to change character, or maybe she just won't care and one day she'll just do it, But that's kind of where I'm at with that.
But if you remember though, when she was in NXT, she was a heel, and she was doing all that, the EST thing when she was in NXT as well. So
I didn't watch her in NXT, so.
Oh yeah. She was a heel in NXT the whole time. You know what I mean? And you're right. That arrogance works with that type of attitude. Like when you are a heel, it does work. I think though the thing is is that like I think with Bianca, the reason why I don't see it being stale is because like with her, at least we know that when the bell rings, we're gonna get something good from her. You know what I mean? Like maybe she's not the one I particularly lean heavy on when it comes to promos. Like I don't think her promos are really that great. I think her grand entrances at WrestleMania are really good, and she brings a lot of energy. But I know at least when she gets in the ring, she's gonna work her ass off. She's gonna give us a good match. You know what I mean? But also, to what you were saying a minute ago, Danny, if she does turn heel, it still works because it reminds me of Ric Flair in a way, right? Because think about it, Flair, either he was a face or a heel, he was exactly the same. He was always doing the same, so the same shtick, the same character, pretty much. Limousine ride, jet flying, all that good stuff and everything, whether he was a heel or a face or whatever. So it worked on both sides. And that's why I feel like with Bianca, the EST thing can still work on both sides as well too. So if and when she does become heel again, then we'll see it even elevate even more. So and like her being a heel, bro, she was dope at it. Like she was really good at it.
I think the other thing that would play into that too would be what do they do with the Street Profits, because they coincide with each other, right? So it would almost have to be what they did, like when they brought Maurice back with the Miz. Mm-hmm. He, like Montez would have to go full heel to coincide with Bianca going full heel.
Right.
So they'd have to do something like that.
Yeah. Or WWE feels like we all have the memory of of only that only cycles every 2 weeks, so we'll forget the fact that they're together. So they'll just act like, oh, those two aren't together. What are you talking about? They always act like we don't know shit. Right. But yeah, maybe so. I would love to see Montez as a heel as a singles heel. That would be cool to see.
Really good.
That'd be cool. But yeah, shout out to Snoop Dogg for saving the day, for saving Mania, because that was a really awkward spot, to be in. You know what I mean? Next was Edge and the Demon Finn Balor. This is what
the ladder shot.
Jesus, oh, you saw the gash?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Chris, you saw that too? The gash in his head?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
so, I loved it.
Yeah, I was gonna say big old smile on your face. Oh yeah, it was marvelous.
Dude's head split open.
Blood, you see the brain, the skull. Yes, I loved it.
We're watching it, and I'm still new to wrestling, so I'm watching it, and then he's like, "No, the other guys are really hurt because they're not showing him." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know that's like how they do that, And then again, newbie here. Props to that guy because he had to carry that while they're friggin' stapling the other guy's head together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I saw when they cut back, I saw the medical team grab something off the ring, and it was like this white contraption, and I was like, I bet they stapled his head together. And that's what they did.
No way. Yeah.
But really good on the other guy for carrying that. How do you do that? Fill time in front of
it's gotta be a pro.
1,000 people or however many people are there.
He was throwing weapons into the ring so that they would take camera off Finn Balor. So he was just.
But he was like Snoop.
Oh yeah.
But that's his job.
He knows what he's supposed to do.
I still want to give more props to Snoop. But he really carried that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because that was another one where they kept the camera on Edge for a long time, and I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Something happened with Finn Balor. Because they sit on Edge forever. It felt like, you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
you're right, Clarissa. He was like, just he was setting things up, grabbing weapons, and he was doing things to get the camera's attention. So this way, everybody's attention was on him. That he had a purpose.
Trying to be
But
interesting. Yeah.
but for Finn to finish the match in his condition just says a whole lot about him. You know what I mean?
He's crazy.
Says a whole lot. Great, right? That boy, crazy as hell, man. But
he climbed the fence. Like, yeah, he did it all after like getting stapled. And he went. Remember, he climbed the fence. He went.
Yeah.
He did that coup de grace off the platform.
From the platform, from the cage. Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah.
They got it wrong though. It should have been Finn who won.
Should have been Finn that won.
Yeah, they got that wrong.
I was happy.
They'll keep that story for a little bit, I'm sure.
For what?
I'm sure they'll keep that story a little bit.
Maybe I was just like, what does Edge gain from like I like Edge, but I'm like, what does he gain from winning that match? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, moment.
Like, because it feels like every time Finn wrestles as a demon, he loses.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like it's bad luck for him now. Or he gets hurt. It's like it's some shit that happens every time he gets wrestling demons. So, you know what I mean? But that was cool. And then the headline main event.
Yeah, so that's the end of the show now.
That's the end of Danny. Okay, so I wanted to video us.
Let's talk about it.
Because
we were a house divided that evening.
We were like sitting all cuddly, and I'm like, Roman! And he's like,
excuse you? Oh, let's talk.
There was like a second I thought that Cody was going to win. And he had all of his reasons why Cody was going to win. I'm like, he's right. He was not.
It should have happened. WWE dropped the ball on like the biggest like they could have done.
Okay, well, explain how they dropped the ball on this one, please.
I mean, it was.
I feel you, Johnny. I feel you on that. Yep.
I didn't catch that. Also, I'm really upset that what's his name, Cody, had a really fancy jacket and he just dropped it on the floor.
She was so angry.
I was like, somebody spent hours putting those damn feathers on your coat and you just threw it on the floor like a teenage boy. What are you doing? I was so upset.
Dude, I love your attention to detail. Seriously, yeah, your attention to like those things is so impressive.
It like lives with me. Anyway.
Okay, so like they dropped the ball, right? It's been a year since he debuted. Yeah, he got hurt. They did this whole thing. Everything was about Cody. He came back. He left AEW. He's like all the things. And it was like, you have all these heel champions. You've got like the biggest face on all of Earth at this point. And he loses. And doesn't even lose clean. He loses straight up.
But doesn't that give your boy more credence because Roman had to have assistance to beat him?
What else did he have? Why is he chasing? He was Stardust. He was dashing Cody Rhodes. He was in Evolution or Legacy or whatever.
Legacy, yeah.
Like he's chased. He's done it all. Like just give him the title at this point, right? Like you want if anything, at this point, I think it would be like I get that they're trying to do this 1,000-day thing with Roman Reigns. Cool, I get that. But like, I think it would have been better to have Roman lose and then he chases back on Cody because Cody is this guy coming in and it's like. He was a guy who left, he came back, he did all these things, and then it's like, why would WWE not trust him to carry this thing? You know what I mean? And I get they have a program with Roman, I get that, but 3 years is a long time in our world. like
Yeah.
in the wrestling world, right? Bruno Sammartino, 10 years, cool. Like he wrestled like once a year. You know what I mean? Like wrestling was very different back in those days.
Yeah.
Roman shows up for 3 hours at Raw, 2 hours at SmackDown, a pay-per-view a month. Like he's there. We see him. We get it. And at this point, he's getting very, very, very stale. To like,
here you go.
Like how much longer can we sit here with Roman going like this?
Yes. Bro. Okay, here's my thing, right? We went years of getting this version of Roman Reigns that like everyone hated. Everyone hated Roman Reigns when he was a face. Everyone did. Except for a few hardcore dedicators, you know what I mean, who really rock with them. We have this, what we have right now of Roman Reigns is so unique and it's so different from what you've ever seen in wrestling before. It's like, why stop a good thing?
He's just a heel Hulk Hogan at this point.
What's unique about it? I just know I like it, but I don't know what's unique.
That like this like when you look at his track record in terms of like whom he has beaten, whom he has defended his title against, the style of what he wrestles in which he can wrestle, because he can put on a really great match. Like we just like that's what just makes him what he is. Even like, you know, his over the top arrogance as well. You know, being like, you know, I'm on God mode. You know what I mean? Like, you know, not many people can really say that, and for it to actually be kind of like parallel with the truth. You know what I'm saying? And he exemplifies that. Now with Cody, you're absolutely right. Like, you know, like he definitely has the acumen to be in that position. However, right now, since he's come back, it's not yet the time for him yet. You know what I mean?
He has to earn it.
I mean, he really kind of does, dog.
Already has.
He came, bro. When he came back last year, the only person he wrestled was Seth Rollins. He wrestled Seth Rollins for like 3 months, and then he was out for the rest of the year.
He's just Cody Rhodes. Like at this point, who is going to beat Roman Reigns? Nobody. There's no one on the main roster at this point in time that would. The Rock.
No.
Who?
Nope. There's one person who's going to beat him. That's Jey Uso. Jey Uso. Yeah.
And you think Jey Uso would carry the championship?
Hell no.
Now Jey Uso, you're right, Kristen. He won't be a 3-year champion like Roman Reigns. He won't be, like, right. But he is the one he is the only one that's worthy enough to dethrone Roman Reigns at this point.
He could. That could be interesting. And then Cody could win, and then Roman doesn't look bad.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if Jey, let's say Jey Uso defeats him at SummerSlam, that opens the door up for Jey versus Cody, Jey versus Brock, Jey versus Montez, Jey versus Theory. You know what I mean? It opens the door for a lot of possible matches. You know what I'm saying? To take place. Jey versus Gunther. It opens the door up for a lot of matches. You know.
He's not good.
Who?
Jey Uso.
He's not good?
No.
Dude, what are you talking about? Bro, he had like, do you remember the pandemic WrestleMania when they had nobody in the arena?
Yes.
Remember we had that he was in that fatal what was that fatal 3-way with him, John Morrison, and somebody else?
It was so great. I don't even remember that match happened.
Dog. But no, Jay shined that night. Jay shined. Like he looked really good.
And
Jay can wrestle his ass off, bro.
After?
Huh?
Did he get a DUI after?
That's Jimmy.
They're twins. They look the same.
That's what I'm saying. Like, right, like, you know, like, right, like he's a foul boss. And the thing is also too. In addition, sorry, he's stupid, Johnny. In addition, though, because you mentioned the 1,000 days, do you know how much of an anomaly this is to see somebody hold the world championship for 1,000 days in our current day and time? Like you said, Bruno Sammartino back in the 70s, holding for 10 years. That no big deal because you're wrestling at MSG, you know, like twice a year anyway, whatever. You know what I mean? But for us to see that's unprecedented. there's marketing involved with that, and there's money opportunities involved with that as well too. To be able to promote a champion, this guy has been our world champion, our undisputed world champion for 1,000 days. That
not
is
hours,
like,
no.
Yeah,
huh?
Not hours.
Hours. Mine, yours, Clarissa's, Johnny Mick, Christine, Teresa, Melissa,
it wasn't enough
Angelo.
to buy tickets to Raw next week in Seattle.
What's that?
Me to buy tickets.
Wait, what happened?
I said that that's not enough for me to buy tickets to Raw next week in Seattle.
Oh well, I'm sorry, but you know what? Our tribal chief, he's away on holiday as he deservedly should be.
Oh wait,
So
he won't be there.
He's not gonna be on Raw.
Well, I don't want to go. Okay, so Roman Reigns is hotter than Cody Rhodes, and that's why I'm a Roman Reigns fan.
Wait, hotter in terms of like looks?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And
You just like his hair.
Cody Rhodes throws jacket on the floor, so like absolutely not.
Yeah, you're like how messy he is.
Handler, Paul Hammond guy. That guy's gotta go.
Oh man. Oh my god. Paul Hammond is like I wish he was like my dad. Like he's fucking amazing. Holy shit. But no, and just admit you like Roman because of his hair. You're jealous because of his hair. You're like I like his hair looks healthy as hell. Like not saying your hair look healthy, like, your hair look good, but I'm pretty sure you look at his hair like, damn, what he do with his hair?
I like wish. Okay, here's another pet peeve of mine with wrestlers. Why do they all come out with their hair wet? It's weird.
It's gotta look good. It looks good on TV though.
But they do it at Defy.
They do it. They gotta look good for the audience.
No, it's weird. You want to go to you want to go on a date with wet hair? Like, girl getting ready, you're gonna dry your hair. Why would you go out to work with wet hair?
But do you want them to come out with dry ass hair, like dry as hell, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
I want them to come out with hair that's been done. However you're gonna style your hair, style your hair.
Styling it with water and baby oil.
It looks disgusting. And then they flip it all over you, and they flip it all over each other. No.
Oh, it's gotta shine. It's gotta shine for TV. It's gotta shine for the audience. It's gotta shine.
No, because if they come out with their hair dry, they look like Joey Janela.
Oh, he's gross.
That's why. Am I wrong on that one?
Oh man. Okay. Need to sell once or sell, doesn't need to. You see, that's the thing though, is that like, I feel that like, here's my thing. If they use the same type of energy in terms of storytelling that they use for the Usos and Sammy, if they keep that going on when it comes to the Usos and Roman Reigns, Jay can have the moment against Roman that Sammy had against Jay this Saturday at WrestleMania. You know, if it's done right, which I really believe it can be done right, then it would justifiably be Jay beating him for the title, and being the world champion, and then like opening doors for other opportunities. And that's what I'm saying. Like this is what we said a few podcasts ago. Like I'm like, I like Cody Rhodes. I like him. Like I really do like him a lot. But I'm just like, I just don't see him being the guy to the throne to take Roman's off the throne. And if you watched the press conference from Sunday night when Roman Reigns was talking, he opened it up saying like, "Come take the belt from me. If you are out here, you're working the way I'm working. You're in the gym the way I'm in the gym. You're putting in the work in terms of like the matches and putting on the show the way how I do. Take the belt from me. It'll be open to anybody." And so I just feel like you gotta be worthy of it. And who is one person that we have been consistently been seeing for year after year being putting in that work? That's Jey Uso. Jimmy's the one who keeps getting involved with the DUI stuff, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But he's been doing really well, so props to him. But Jey has been the unsung hero for so many matches, bro. For so many matches, dog. Last year when was at Money in the Bank, I think it was the Street Profits against the Usos. They had match of the freaking year last year, dog. And then it was like 2-3 years ago on the pre-show of SummerSlam, the Usos faced the New Day, tore the house down, another match of the year. And that's what I'm saying. Jey Uso has been the common denominator in all this, and that's what I'm saying. Like when he becomes single, and he's going after Roman, he will deservedly so be the world champion.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe Rikishi will do it.
This dude. And speaking of Rikishi, with last night, with what happened on Raw, because you said you didn't watch Raw, right?
I only watched the first hour.
We watched like when Paul Heyman took care of things.
We ended watching Raw during the Rey Mysterio Austin Theory match.
Okay, so you didn't see the end?
I didn't see the finish of that match.
Okay, so do you know what happened at the end or no?
I know that Brock Lesnar turned on Cody Rhodes.
Okay, all right. I'll be real quick about that. With that, I feel that Brock was like, Cody, you were supposed to win the title, so I can get a shot at the title, because he can't get a shot at he can't wrestle Roman Reigns for the title while Roman Reigns is champion. So he's like, dude, you had one job to do last night. You had all the momentum in the world behind you. You had everybody named Mama cheering for you as well. You couldn't get the job done right, so I'm gonna have to take care of you myself. You know what I mean? And so that's why it's like and that kind of goes with why Cody didn't win on Sunday, because Cody he still needs some more wins, because what happened, like we were talking about earlier, he was wrestling Seth Rollins last year. He got injured, he got hurt, came back, he won the Royal Rumble. He had a match here and there on Raw. He even wrestled Chad Gable. Chad Gable gave him a great match. And then he goes to WrestleMania. No, you need to put in some dues. You need to put in some dues first. And your dues is Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying?
Brock Lesnar had his first match on Raw since 2002.
Well, no, 2002. You stupid. But you know what though? You know what? But Brock deserves that though. Brock deserves that. Straight up.
I guess.
He put in the work.
Like Brock Lesnar.
He put in the work, straight up. You know what I mean? But and that's the thing, is that I'm going back to and what Angela was talking about earlier. Brock wants the belt back, and he can't get it when Roman's champion, so he's gotta wait. And he's like, dog, you make me wait longer. You need to be next on my list. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see that happen though. But overall, though, man, the weekend was dope, bro. Mania weekend is always my favorite time of the year, man. Nothing tops Mania weekend at all, man.
It's good times.
Oh my God, man. Are you good? Hey, well, why don't we go to Philly next year?
I want to go somewhere cool for her first Mania. I don't think Philly is that place.
I feel you on that.
I'm hoping they go to Vegas soon. And if they do it at, Allegiant Field or whatever.
They had SummerSlam.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
That'll be hype, bro. That'd be hype.
Vegas would be so fun.
I don't know if I have it in me to do all the wrestling events and everything. I'd be so tired. You guys are like Taylor Swift fans are oh, this is fun, and we have an outfit and we put this on for 5 hours or whatever max. You people are 5 days, show after show after show after show after show, outfits, signs, all of it. I'm tired just thinking about it.
Yeah, but you know what though, you gotta kind of break it up though, because it's okay, let's do a couple of let's do maybe an indie show here and there, but also gotta do other shit too. You know what I mean? So this way you're not getting wrestled out. Because I'm right now at the point where I'm wrestled out, where I just need to not watch wrestling for a couple of days. You know what I mean? But while you're there though, you're right, because by the time you get to day 2 of WrestleMania, you don't want to be I just want to get this shit over with. I just want to go home. So you gotta balance it out a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I feel you on that. Because I was thinking about that over the week. I'm man, there are some hardcore people who are out there right now who went to everything across the board. They went to ROH, they went to Impact, they went to New Japan, they went to Mania, NXT. You know what I mean? Like they went to Hall of Fame. They went to everything. So then you know the guy in the green shirt ringside. I bet you we went to everything. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's like I'm gonna punch in the face a lot.
NXT was at 10, and then WrestleMania started at 5.
Right. It was like you had like an hour in between the two, basically. You know, like for real. That's wild. Hey Johnny, I'm with that. I'm kind of with Danny though, like, cause I was like, man, do I want to go to WrestleMania next year? But I'm like, I'm not really too big on going to Philly though. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be so cold.
Okay, but here's where it's warm. Why don't you guys come out here and we'll have WrestleMania weekend here. We'll watch it on this big screen, and we'll have snackies, and it'll be fun, and we can all just like fight over Roman Reigns again. Like, this seems like a good time.
You know, I'm not mad at that. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad about the idea of coming out there and hanging with y'all for WrestleMania.
It could be a good time.
Johnny come through too, bro.
That's my home coast too.
It's not mine.
I'm not mad at that at all. I'll bring some chamoy from Chicago for y'all too. Straight up.
We'll cook up the mess.
And right. Damn, we could do the blue stuff. That blue magic.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, we'll keep an eye on. I mean, no, for real, I might be up for that. So we'll definitely talk about that throughout the year and everything. You know what I mean?
That could be fun.
We got a room for you here.
Hell yeah. All right. I know we went over. I just want to make sure we got it tonight too. But we're gonna wrap it up. Awesome talking to you guys. I love when we can all chop it up together like this. And we'll be back. We'll be back next time.
Weeks?
You know, yeah, we're back next week after, whenever. Y'all know how we do. We come back. We come back when we come back. You know what I mean?
We keep you on your toes.
You know it all the time. Love you too, Johnny, for real. And thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for commenting, liking, and sharing this bad boy, showing us love. We love you guys. Danny, Clarissa, always a pleasure chopping it up with you guys. You know I love y'all to death. And we gonna get out of here, y'all, and we'll see y'all next time. I'm just stalling because I'm looking for the outro. All right. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all be easy.
Bye.
Peace.